Good day, guys. Hope you all are doing fine. If you can see me, if you can hear me as usual, I would like to know. Welcome, guys. Ooh, Unique Sam is here. Welcome. We said we are going to be talking about can student pilots carry passengers, so that's the topic for today. So let me know. Okay, guys, we're just going to be starting right now. Oh, gorgeous beauty, you're the second person tonight. It's nice like having you actually. And guys, today we are going to be talking about can student pilots carry passengers, and there's a reason why we're going to be talking about this because a lot of persons ask this question. Can my friend as a student pilot carry me on board? Can I carry my family member? Can I fly people for money and all that? So basically that's what we're going to be talking about today. And if you're new and you're just joining in, I can see some people are coming. So if you're new and you're just joining in, actually this is Princess Anu TV, and we talk about aviation, motivation, and adventure. And if you've not yet subscribed, I will advise that you click on that subscribe button because you definitely get value for your subscription. I'm sure about that. So click on the subscribe button and click on that bell so that whenever I post any video you'll be able to see it. And don't forget to leave a like to this video. Don't forget to leave a like to this video. As you join, leave a like to this video. So guys, we are just going to be going straight into the topic. By the way, I want to tell you a little about my day today. I kind of had the opportunity to like talk to young upcoming future pilots that are aspiring to be captains someday, and it's really quite nice. Like, went to like a primary school, yeah, a primary school, and we're able to like talk to them, and I could see like the don't worry, I think I'm going to be posting a video concerning the whole event. I'll try to do that. And it was quite a nice experience for me because I I felt wow, it's really good to like inspire guys. And I thought about my own time when I was growing up, like then in primary school. Edo Timothy, welcome. It's nice having you here. And yes, I'm just talking about my day now. Thanks for joining in. I'm just talking about my day, trying to let you know how my day went. So, uh, we like talk to them. Victor Omolola, thanks and welcome to today's live stream. It's really nice having you in today's live stream. So when talking to them, I thought about my own time, like when I was in primary school or secondary school. Did we ever have a career day? Like seriously, guys, I think things are getting like better. Things are getting um things are getting more put together now. A lot of things we didn't have like then, schools are now bringing it in now, which is really really good. Like it's really helping, because if your child or if a child doesn't know what he wants to become, it's very difficult to like relate. You see him doing, the guy or the girl might just feel he can do anything and he might just or she might just leave off track. So I'm going to be advising, if you guys, okay, if you're kind of controlling a school or something, this career day is actually necessary to know what these children want to become. And not only is it necessary to know what the children want to become, it's also good for them to be given the opportunity to see different categories of careers that they can pick from. And guys, I was so I learned a lot today. Basically, like, I could see some things that on a normal day, like, people don't just talk about, like becoming an immigration officer, becoming a road safety personnel. This kind of things are weird, but I think they are also some good careers. So I think this career day stuff like helps to like really reach out to the student, and I enjoyed. Welcome back. Let's talk about the topic on ground. Like I said, we're going to talk about student pilot, a commercial pilot. I'm not graduate. I'm still like, until I graduate. Long story cut short. Until I graduate, I can't stop myself a student pilot. So now, how does this thing? I cannot carry passengers if I'm still if I've not gotten my private license. I cannot carry passengers. After getting my private pilot, like, responsible for the lives of the people on board, because what makes a pilot able to carry passengers is that he has a license that, and you know, when you talk about passengers, you're talking about kind of people that pay. So I'm going to be talking about the people that pay for the flight, and people that the people you can't even do that. Musa Sela, please correct me. But thanks for coming to this live stream. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this name. Musa Sela, welcome on board. It's really nice like having you in today's live stream. Yeah, we always ask questions, aviation questions, anything that's bothering you, we leave it here in the comment section and join in the live stream. Thank you for your time, and I have to be giving you value for your time. Not like every live stream, which we always have by 10 p.m. We also try to give like a motivational talk along the line at the end of the video, to be specific, so that you have something about from the aviation stuff to like get to give a thumbs up to you, and you can share the link so that they can like see it. Kelvin Gaming came quite early today. It's nice having you, Kelvin. Welcome on board. We are talking about, can student pilots carry passengers? So guys, as I was saying, at the time before your PPL, you can't even carry your family members, neither can you carry any passenger at all for money. You can't carry any of the two, your friends, your family members, anybody that hopes to pay. You can't carry any of them. So now the second part of it is when you now get your CPL. Correction, when you now get your PPL, what happens? Now that's the part we are going to be talking about. When you get your PPL, what happens? The moment you get your PPL, you can carry I repeat, not for money, so that you don't misquote me. You can carry your friends. I say that again. You can carry your friends. You can carry your colleagues. You can carry passengers, but not for money, guys. Oh, that's another thing today. Well, I don't know, the network guys and the network holders. But it's still nice. Like, I can see like 7 people are here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as usual. I'm really sorry about this network issue. As I was saying, you can be passengers for money, and the reason why you can't carry passengers for money is because the privileges of the license doesn't give you that right to be able to carry passengers for money. And this is because there are some other requirements you will have to meet for you to be able to carry people for money. And that's why you now come over to doing the CPL part. If you have any questions, I can see a lot of persons are joining us. Welcome, guys. If you have any questions before the end of this video, don't forget to leave them in the comment section so that as we are progressing, we can talk about it. Prosper Chinedu, welcome. It's nice having you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and you can leave your questions before the end of this video. Like, we are talking about, can student pilots carry passengers, and I've talked about the fact that if you're still learning to fly, that's a no for all the categories: friends, family members, and passengers for money. Now, if you come to the PPL part, you can carry your friends, you can carry your colleagues, you can carry your family members, you can carry passengers, but not for money. Now, let's come over to the CPL part. The CPL license gives you the privilege to be able to carry people for money. In fact, that's the most beautiful part. Like, now you can pay me to fly you your single engine aircraft, because currently I'm still under like the single engine aircraft category. When I get my multi-engine, then I'll now come over to the multi-engine. I can now fly like multi-engine aircrafts if I have rating for that aircraft. So like me, you can pay me now to fly you. You can pay me. In fact, I have to like be paid. You know what I'm talking about? If I'm supposed to fly an aircraft now, I have to like be paid to be able to fly that aircraft, not just flying it for free, except maybe I just want to do it. Now, in CPL phase, you can carry your friends, you can carry your colleagues, you can carry passengers for money, whether you're a student pilot or not. Like, you know, as I started this video, I told you that I am a student pilot. And not only that, I call myself a student pilot because I'm still under training. Yes, I have my CPL license, but because I'm still in the college, I'm still in the school system, so I'm going to say I'm a student pilot. But if you're supposed to look at it generally, I'm not supposed to be saying I'm a student pilot because I currently have like my commercial pilot license. So what I'm trying to bring across to you is that if you now get to the stage as a student pilot that you have your commercial pilot license, guys, you can carry passengers for money. They pay you, so far you're rated under the category of that aircraft, you can carry passengers for money. These are things that the privileges of the license gives you. In fact, the most beautiful part of getting a CPL license, a CPL MERIR, is that you can now get paid. In fact, that's the best part. You can get paid because when you're with the CPL license, you can fly, you can travel, you can do other stuff. But that getting paid is like one of the major things that we have. So I think I've like yeah. And I'm surprising me. You want to end that live stream? Yeah. It's your shirt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have my classmates here. This is a serious surprise. I think yeah, you can come closer.
I said today I'll track her.
Pilots.
I track her.
He's here today on the live stream, and he's also a commercial pilot. Like, it's really nice. We're going to school together.
I just can't allow your visitor sit down. Is that you used to do?
Okay, no, I'm your Okay, so in fact, we are going to be asking him some questions for today's live stream. Okay, we have like 6 people like watching currently. So our topic today is, can student pilots carry passengers? So what do you have to like say about that? Thanks for coming to today's live stream, because I was basically telling them that but if you have like, before you go, oh, I can see Sir Israel is here, welcome. I was kind of telling them that if you have done your solo and you've not gotten your PPL license, like, you have the opportunity to like fly, but you can't even carry your colleagues, you can't carry anybody for money. But if you get your PPL license, like, you can carry people for, you cannot carry anybody for money, but you can carry people like for fun, like your friends, your family members. No, he's not my boyfriend, he is my classmate. And he's also a commercial pilot license holder. Like, he's one of the top shots in NCAT. So when you come, you're going to meet them. So I would just like him to talk about his part. So what do you think about carrying people for money? I was telling them, okay, we stopped at the CPL part, like talking about the fact that that's the best thing, having your CPL license. So I would just like you to know, add to that.
You can carry passengers as a CPL holder, but you know, my different flying school has their policies. Sure. Let's start with that first of all. Like, so in my school they don't allow it, but I've heard other people that study outside the country, like, they can carry passengers. Like, the general regulation, if you're a CPL holder, you can be paid, you can be a paid pilot and you can carry passengers. But as a PPL holder, you can only carry passenger, but not for pay. Yeah. And another thing, one of the reasons why they don't allow that, because insurance don't cover or these passengers are just trooping and all that.
Oh, that's true. That's
Insurance
true.
don't cover that. So if let's say an incident happen, then insurance is not going to cover that person. It's only going to cover the pilot that was on board. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Actually, I didn't even know about that part that outside Nigeria they actually allow people to carry
yeah,
passengers.
yeah,
That's commercial pilot license
yeah.
holders,
You
even
can
still
carry
in
your friend.
flight
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
So this is like an added information for today's live stream, and I'm really happy that Slim Pilot he's here. Okay, I can see another person just joined us. Same vid. Fair gorgeous beauty. Do I know him? It looks like if I know him. Actually, he's saying he'll be leaving us soon, but I'm so happy for his contribution. Actually, you see why it's good to always have like pilots around, because everyone has this added information that they're going to add to what you want to say that is actually going to like touch a lot of other persons. So today I'm just getting to know actually that as CPL holders in maybe outside Nigeria, like you can actually carry people even while you're in the flight school. But yeah, in NCAT, sorry, that's not allowed because they don't want to pay money for any damages. If peradventure something happens on board, who is going to like cover that? Who is going to like answer for the whole stuff? And I think that's also why airlines too don't like allow people. Please, I would like you to talk more about that.
Like there was a time I had to do a jump seat flight because I didn't want to pay for a flight ticket. I wanted to do free of
It's
charge.
part of the privileges actually as a student pilot. You
just
can
get to wear your uniform and all that. But most airlines they don't allow it because your name is not in their passengers manifest.
Okay.
So the insurance company, when they are looking at people that they want to help, let's say there's a crash, they want to help your family, they're going to look at the manifest. Who are the people on the manifest? And if you're in that aircraft and you have an incident, they're not going to pay for your insurance. So that is one of the reasons why pilots they don't allow. But most aircraft they don't crash. Like you have done your checks and all that.
Exactly. We are not expecting crashes, but they just kind of like take preventive measures. What if it happens? They are not going to like pay your family all the insurance and all that, all the money that involves the crash, all those stuff. But these are some of the privileges you get while flying as while being a student pilot. Actually, you sometimes have the opportunity to like fly for free. As per you wear your uniform, you can like jump seat flights. But can you fly for free as an engineer? What do you know about that?
Engineer, aircraft engineer, not just engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're talking about engineer, aircraft engineer. Yeah, there's always a way. Just ask around. There's always a way. Trust me.
Okay, so I'm just also getting to know this, that as an aircraft engineer, maybe aircraft maintenance engineer, or maybe an aeronautic engineer, or are aeronautic engineers involved in this?
No, I don't.
As an aircraft maintenance engineer, probably you can find your way around it, like flying also for free. But it's not like it's official, like it's the
it's not
stuff.
official.
They can
you
like
have
do
to
it.
have like friends that are pilots in that airline and talk to them a day before, because there could be other people that have booked him and all that. And mind you, you don't stay in the passenger seat, you stay in the cockpit because passengers have paid for their flights and all that. You cannot discomfort them and all that.
So now we've kind of diverted to jump seating, and as you know, like just as Slim Pilot said, he's trying to say that yes, you can jump seat a flight if you have your ID card, and it's not like you're going to sit in the passengers area. You're going to be seated in the cockpit, like watching everything that is going to be happening. And this can only happen if you have a friend, like maybe you know somebody or that kind of stuff. Okay, I just saw one message, an additional message. Can a student pilot sit with a pilot in the cockpit while flying?
Yeah, jump seat.
Okay, yes, a student pilot can sit with a pilot while flying. Like he's going to like jump seat the flight. He's going to sit like on the jump seat. Like how many jump seats do we even have? Because I've not actually had the opportunity to like jump seat a flight, but I know that Slim Pilot has had the opportunity to like jump seat a flight. So I would just like him to tell us like how many jump seats do you have? How many people do they allow? Like
I think most aircraft that have flown on, it's only one jump seat. That is for, they call it safety pilot seat.
Okay.
And if you are training and all that.
Okay, so it's just like one jump seat.
It's
So
only
that
one
means
jump seat
it's only
I've
one
seen.
person that has like the
But
opportunity.
I think other like previous aircraft, like there's this old aircraft that they have flight engineer seats
Okay.
and jump seats. So that one I can say can be like 2 jump seats because most of the time the flight engineers are not on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays they don't like do this flight engineer stuff.
No,
Do they
they
really
don't do
do
it
it?
again.
Okay, but I think I was watching some accident investigation and I still see like flight engineers on board opening operation manuals and all that. Maybe when they have like emergencies.
Yeah.
Does it still work like
No,
till
no, no,
date?
no, they don't do it now. Now they want to airlines want to cut costs these days, so they don't want the engineers on board. They want to even reduce the amount of people they employ and get more profit. So that is the whole
Wahala.
this thing. So, even if it takes them making a pilotless aircraft, but they
Ah.
won't do that for now.
Okay, in fact, thank you. Thank God that you're here. Somebody has actually been asking me this question. I don't know if he's here today. I think it's Unique Sam. I really don't know if he's here today, but he has been talking about. Okay, I think he came. He was the first person here. Maybe he's still here. Unique Sam, if you're here, just leave a comment so that I know you're here. He has been talking about these robotics, this technology taking over pilots. And for me, I gave like my suggestion some days ago that I don't think this thing is going to like work, but I would like another person's view. It's nice that you're here. Some of these things they know that it's not just maybe a woman. What do you think about this? Is it possible?
Yeah, pilotless aircraft, they are possible. In fact, there are companies that are even working on that now. Like there are
Okay.
certain companies that they are looking into electric airplanes. And why they are looking into electric airplanes, everybody wants to make profit and reduce their costs. So they are looking into all these pilotless aircraft. One, but they are not doing it for humans and passengers. They are basically focusing on logistics, like
Okay.
Amazon Prime now. I think I watched a video lately that Amazon Prime, they are looking at all these pilotless drones and all that, so they can
Okay.
carry their packages from one place to the other. But if they are bringing that in to carrying humans, most humans, we are not going to allow that. But me, personally, I would like to fly an aircraft. I would like to be in an aircraft that has no pilot. Let me
I'm
see how
not
it
with
feels
you.
like. Yeah.
Okay, I think they have a question for you, Slim Pilot. Slim Pilot, what is your best subject you like in flight school and what you like when flying?
Weight and balance is my best subject in flying school.
Wow,
Weight and
wow,
balance,
that's quite strange because weight and balance.
I like weight
Nah.
and balance. Very, very. And another thing I like about flying, I like the landings. Like it was one of the things that gave me challenge. But right now, I'm telling you, I know I've gotten landings forever. Forever.
But we need to give him a hand. That is super, super nice. Like saying that landing is one of the best parts for him in flying. And he knows he has gotten it for life. And that's the beauty. I think like you just get it like forever.
Yeah.
You don't like get it if you have a hold of it. You have a hold of it. So can you talk briefly? I just saw a question now.
Personally, I love the subject because one, third law of Newton, that is action and reaction are equal and opposite.
Okay.
There's understanding before I came to school, and when I so just adding up to what I learned there.
And I think that course should be in physics also.
Yeah, it's in
If
physics.
you want to do flying, I think you should take mathematics, physics, and obviously your English seriously, because you will need communications, you will need to do a lot of mental arithmetics, though I think it's easy.
Yeah, but you must know what they are giving you. They will not just give you a dead sentence and you go and fly the aircraft like you don't know what's there. Yeah, you have to calculate even when because actually the dispatchers, they do most of this. And you might be asking what was weight and balance. Weight and balance, every aircraft that takes off, especially commercial, most of the time when you are flying, they will tell you don't carry excess luggage because they don't want a situation whereby they will take off too nose heavy or too tail heavy.
Yeah.
Because let me take this as an airplane. Let's say it's nose heavy. If you're on the runway, it will be hard for you to lift up. And when you are lifting up, though the stability is better when it's nose heavy, but if you are taking off, it might be a bit harder to pull up and all that. But if it's too tail heavy, if you pull up too early, you have the tendency of stalling. So when you have more load on your aircraft, you have to increase your speed. Let's say your rotation speed is 70 knots, you have to like 90 knots. Take note of the distance, but if it's not that heavy, just rotate at the regular speed.
Me, I'm learning a lot too. It's not just it's not just you guys. And seriously, I really appreciate your coming, as in talking about this your own part of the flying. Like, it's really interesting because, like I said before, someone asked me yesterday's live stream that is flying difficult, and I said everybody has their own experiences. For one person, landing might be the challenge. For the other person to even do a medium level turn might take the person like 5 flights. So you see, everybody has their own experience, and I'm happy that you're hearing from another commercial pilot, and these things are relatable. They are relatable. And so please take your O-level courses very seriously, and when it's time for you to come, just also believe that you can do all this. Like, you can do all this. Let me just quickly check if we have any more questions before okay, we've talked about this. Engineering, we've talked about this. So before, we cannot allow Slim Pilot to go like that without giving us his additional advice. What does he think? These are upcoming aviators picking different sectors, not just pilots now. Some of them want to do like standard flight operations, some of them want to do, but majority of people here now are people that desire to become pilots someday. So based on what you've seen in this flying and everything, what can you say? What can you advise?
Okay, one, I think you can do it. Trust me, that is one of the first things I'll tell you. You can do it. It's gonna be hard. It might be easy for some people, it might be hard for some people, but trust me, the more you do it, the more it gets easier. It's just like a video game. You are doing it for fun, but no matter what, if you don't understand the concept behind the video game, along the line you might just get this thing's too hard. But the more you play it, you see new level unlock, new level unlock, new level unlock until you are done. And one thing about flying is that the full package is getting the aircraft on the ground, navigating it from one place to the other. So if you know how to do steep turn and you don't know how to do another exercise, if you don't know how to move from one point to another and land now, you're not done with what you're doing. Yeah. So you learn every day. No matter what, you learn every single day. Yeah.
So is there anything they can be doing in terms of preparation to come flying? Is there anything at all that they can be doing?
Keep watching Princess Anu. Yeah.
I need to clap for that. That's quite cool. Yeah. Okay, please. Okay, I know you've given your kind of final notes, but before you go, I would just like you to answer this question. Okay, Fair Gorgeous Beauty says she was watching a video and they were talking about this 4 balancing force. That's the drag, thrust. Then it's supposed to be drag, first, weight, and drag, weight, thrust, and
it's supposed to be lift and weight.
Yeah. Lift and weight, yeah. So can you just talk a little about it, like the 4 forces?
The 4 forces, that is what helps the airplane go up, go down. Everything we do is centered around that. So if you are putting in drag, you want to either come into line. You cannot come into line with too much speed. You are just manipulating one for another. Let's say you are reducing thrust, you are increasing the drag, and you do that when you are coming to land.
Drag.
When you are taking off, you need more lift and all that. That's why you put in full power. So you are just, the whole flying is manipulating between all those things. You don't go out of that envelope. If you try going out of that envelope, that means you are killing yourself. Yeah, so that's the whole thing about flying. Whether you are flying a 737, or Airbus, Cessna, it's all around that. So there's nothing different about airplane. The only thing that the system might be different, but the basics, when the whole system has failed, you must come back to that same base. Just like speaking big English. Big English. At the end of the day, when everything, you have to come back to your ABC. That is the basics. So that is the basic. That is the ABC of flying. Lift, drag, weight, and
thrust, drag, weight, lift, correction, and weight. So you have
this your direction and destination.
Okay, I'm happy that you're here. So Ed or Timothy, I can see your question. How do you know your direction and destination? Slim Pilot is here. Don't worry. You guys see me every day. So now that we are seeing him, let him do more
You
of
know
the
your
talking.
direction and destination. Okay, before you take off on ground, it's just like before you go, you're going somewhere. You know where the destination. It's just like okay, we are taking off from Zaria, going to Abuja. Okay, we know yes, we are going to Abuja. Then you plan on ground because flying is not like road that you just anywhere the left face. You just can pick up from. So you have to plan your
Yeah.
flight like okay, you need fuel, the fuel that will take you to the place. Your track, you have to because you are flying in a windy environment. You have to know the heading you are going to fly. And but I'm just saying that that is just the basic of flying. But these days there are enough systems that will not
That
make
do
you lost.
all that.
There's GPS. Even if your GPS on your aircraft fail, you can use your phone to even. That is, we are talking
Navigate.
about the worst case scenario, but there are GPS on board. There's viewer coming into land, so you can easily know where you're going to.
Actually, life has become easy. The only thing is that flight school wants you to like learn every single thing. If not, now life has become so easy that you can fly with GPS. Like anywhere you're going to, you have your Garmin. That's the Garmin app on your phone. I think you should like download that app and like try it. It doesn't only work for flying. It also works for even
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
movement along the way. Like it's just like the way you have GPS even in your car, moving all about. Like it's really a fun kind of thing. You don't have to think of okay, how do I maneuver, blah blah blah. You have your GPS, it does like every single
Okay,
thing.
if you want the basics of it, it's just okay. Get a map. Get a map. Any map at all. Draw a straight line from Lagos to Abuja. It will give you the approximate
Distance.
track the distance and all that. That's just it. Then you manipulate your way.
And actually, you cannot just use like any ruler and all that. Those things you're going to learn it in flight
Yeah,
school.
that's true.
You cannot just use like any ruler. You just draw a line and all that. You need their specific rulers with some certain kind of calibrations that you need to use for that. But don't worry, when you come, it's going to be like very very easy. Can you talk about the part of flying that is difficult?
Trust me, everybody has their own experience in flying. What I found very difficult about flying was I think almost all the parts. Let me be frank with you, I wasn't that kind of excellent student when I started.
But now it's
flying.
very excellent.
No, yeah, it's true. Trust me,
It's
I
very
wasn't very
excellent,
good when I
like very
started
very
flying.
excellent.
But with time, as I got to fly more, in fact, almost all my exercise, I repeated it. Almost all. To be frank with you, it's just like let me give you an example. It's just like learning 2+2. The first day you did not get it. The next day you had to repeat it. 2+2. The next day again. Sometimes you got to like 1 week, you're still repeating 2+2. That was how flying was like. But in flying environment, you know that you don't take the airplane back to your room. You just go to your room. You're depressed about that day flight. You just go and sleep. You don't even most of the time there you even worry about it more than preparing for the flight. So the fact about flying, you will definitely get it. That is the whole this.
You get it.
But the more you interact with people, interaction is very very key.
With the right people, I'm going to be
it's true.
advised. Interact with the right people.
The more you interact with the right people on a
Yeah.
daily basis, trust me, your flying will be better because flying is more about getting it on ground than getting it in the sky. You cannot fly an airplane in the sky. Trust me.
You have to have
What
flown
you are
it
just
on
doing,
ground.
even today flying, you don't fly the airplane like real commercial flying. You don't do hard work. The major place you get to fly is when you're coming into land and all that. Everything is automated now, like automation, autopilot. Just tap this, tap that, tap this, and you're just going. Except in worst case scenario, like all these crazy places that you go and flying, like they do bush flying and all that, caravans and all that. But jets these days are all automated.
Okay, Fair Gorgeous Beauty is saying, can you talk about life in Zaria personally for you? Has life been in Zaria?
Let me be frank with you. Life in Zaria has been very, very good. I've learned plenty things from this city.
You see why you should come to the north.
Very
Stop
city.
fearing.
Trust me. It's just. Let me be frank with you. When I was thinking of a flying school to come to, then it was two options: Ethiopia Flight Academy and coming to Zaria, or there's one of that flying school in Ilorin. But the only reason why I didn't go to the one in Ilorin was because the money was too much to start with. And then
I think then they were charging 22 million.
yeah, they were charging 22
But now
million.
it's actually
So
less.
the
You can
option
check
was
it.
either for me to go to Ilorin or come here, and then the money was too much. And Ethiopia Flight Academy was quite cheaper. For their PPL was 1 million naira. I bet you're not
Wow.
gonna. Yes, it was 1 million naira.
But without accommodation and
Without
feeding.
accommodation and feeding. Yeah, but there was somebody I was supposed to stay in when I got there. My uncle worked with African Union, so I was staying there also at the point. But still, yet I'm not regretting coming to Zaria. I've learned quite a lot in Zaria.
But what will you talk about the time management? Because I think I have some little reservations concerning that. Like you say, you don't regret any part of coming to Zaria. But what do you think about NCAT with their time management and all that?
Let me tell you, the fact about life is that you must learn that at one point you have to invest your time. There's a difference between spending your time and investing your time. So you get to a point that, okay, somebody is not flying you. That does not mean your life is at standstill. There are many other things.
That's if you're a productive person.
Within 24 hours, me, if nobody wants to fly me, I have books to read. I have videos. I have videos to watch personally, like personal development. Because don't just trap yourself like Nigeria stuff, like flying stuff. You have to think out of the crazy box. Like there are a whole lot of things out there that people don't know about flying. They think it's just carrying passengers from. See, there are plenty things. Me personally, as a pilot, I don't want to fly for a very long period of time. I want to fly. I enjoy the whole this of flying, but I don't want to fly beyond 10 years. 10 years is too much.
And I think this thing is like having a goal too for your flying career.
So
aiming, knowing what you want to do, what you want to actually achieve.
If somebody is making my time look useless by not flying me, I'll go and do another thing that I'm looking beyond the flying. So that's what I did.
Like self-development is very, very important. In fact, if you come to Zaria, I think that's one of the priorities that you should actually put yourself into. Don't just like think of the flying, because sometimes it's not going to be rosy. Like this week, as anybody, like we have not like flown this week and all that. So sometimes it's not really going to be like rosy all through. So you just need to know how to like invest your time. You just need to like know how to do all the stuff that you need to do. Okay, actually, Anu-Timothy, we've made a video concerning like the fees, the school fees payment and all that. So I'll have advice to watch that video, because we are just telling you based on our own experiences. We are not the school management, so we cannot, and this video is going to like stay, so we cannot like say this is the actual amount or this or that, so that tomorrow or next year when someone else watches it, the person is not like, you said this particular amount is this or that. Okay, his name is Slim Pilot, and he's also a commercial pilot license holder, and it's really nice that he came to surprise us tonight. Okay guys, we are going to be giving our final note soon, but I would like to like give a shout out to everyone that joined us in today's live stream. Starting from Unique Sam, thank you so much. Fair Gorgeous Beauty, Anu-Timothy, Victor Omolola, Musa Sela, thank you so much. Kelvin, thank you for joining us. Prosper Chinedu, Sai Israel, it's really nice like having you here. Kelvin, I've called that before. Sevins, thanks for joining us. Gorgeous Beauty and Anu-Timothy, thanks for asking so many questions. That is super nice. Jimmy, thanks for being here also. So we are going to be wrapping up this live stream very soon, so that we can go have a like cool night rest and like prepare for tomorrow. So basically what I want to say today, and I would also like that my colleague here to like add to it, is about the fact that in life everything might not go just as you plan. I always used to say this, everything might not go just as you plan, and that's part of why he just finished talking about investing your time. In flight school too, everything might not go just as you plan, but if you can focus on the good parts and leave the other parts, trust me, one way or the other, life will definitely like answer to you.
Someone said
okay, let me quickly check that question. Okay, and what do you think about a course without aviation? I really don't get that. Actually, I read that, but I didn't really get that what do you think about course without aviation? If you can just retype your question. I didn't. Oh, do you like understand what the person? I didn't really get that question. So guys, before that question comes, I think we should just give like a few minutes for that before we go. Okay, fair gorgeous beauty. Sorry, I didn't really like understand that question. So we're just going to be wrapping up. Thank you so much, Slim Pilot. Like, this is surprise.
Hey, bye.
And then it's really nice like having you in today's live stream, and I really enjoy every detail you like shared with us. Like, was very very important, and I've learned a lot. In fact, I have to go back like and watch this video seriously, so that all those things you said like can sink once more. And so guys, keep pushing, keep being your best, keep doing the best, and to meet next time. Maybe you're gonna have Slim Pilot again, or maybe another pilot. Okay, guys, bye.
Bye.